And it came to pass in the 6th year, this is Ezekiel talking, in the 6th month, in the 5th day of the month, and I sat in my house, and the elders of Judah sat before me, that the hand of the Lord fell there upon me. So that meant that the Spirit of God came upon him. And then behold, and lo, in likeness as the appearance of fire. That means God presented himself as fire from the appearance of his loins. That means from his waist downward, fire, and from his loins even upward, fire, in the appearance of brightness as the color of amber. Verse number 3. Now, this is very deep. And he put forth the form of a hand. So Ezekiel said, in the form of a hand, the fire. And he took me by the locks of my head. He took him by his head, the locks, like dreadlocks. And the Spirit lifted me up between the earth and heaven. So Ezekiel was between the earth and the heavens, and brought me into the vision of God of Jerusalem, to the door and the inner gates that looked towards the north, where was the seat of image of jealousy, which provoked to jealousy. The image of jealousy, if you do a study on that, image is idols and those different toys that the devil gives to people who are seeking power. And he says in verse 4, behold, the glory of God of Israel was there, according to the vision that I saw in the plain. Then said he unto me, Son of man, lift up thy eyes now, the way towards the north. So I lifted up my eyes. Help me, Holy Ghost. I feel the power of God. Towards the north. And behold, the northward at the gate of the altars, this image of jealousy in the entry. The jealousy in the entry of the gate. He says in 6, and he furthermore unto me, Son of man, seest thou what they do? Now God is telling Ezekiel in the spiritual realm, see what they do. Even a great abomination that the house of Israel committeth here, that I should go far off from my sanctuary. I'm going to repeat that. He says, that I should go far off from my sanctuary. Question, but turn thee ye again, that thou shalt see the great abomination. Now this is getting deep now. Now from verse number 7, it's going to break down some deep stuff. And he brought me to the door of the court. And when I looked, behold, a hole in the wall. Then he said unto me, Son of man, dig now in the wall. And when I had digged in the wall, behold, a door, a secret door. So there's a wall. And as he dug through the wall, this picture in your mind, you dig into a wall, and then there's a door. And he said unto me, Go in, and behold, the wicked abomination that they do here. So I went in and saw, and behold, every form of creeping things, and abominable beasts, and all the idols of the house of Israel, portrayed upon the walls round about. Wow. So I went in, and he said round about, he saw idols, he saw everything. And verse number 11 said, there stood before them 70 men of the ancients of the house of Israel. And in the midst of them stood Jasna and the son of Shaphanah, with every man his censer in his hand. His censer, and a thick cloud of incense went up. Then said he unto me, Son of man, hast thou seen what the ancients of the house of Israel do in the dark? Sound familiar today? What's going on in the churches today? Every man in his chamber of his imagination, his imaginary, for they say, God seeth us not.